Bread is the staple of life. Judaism cherishes life, and Jews respond to bread meals with an outpouring of gratitude. Birchat Hamazon, blessing for the food, the Jewish grace after meals, is a 5-part liturgy that spans the Jewish experience. Hazan, nourishment. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who provides sustenance for the entire world with grace, with kindness, and with mercy. This blessing was authored in 1313 BCE by Moses in the Sinai desert. With it, the Jewish people thanked God for the miraculous manna that fell daily from heaven and sustained them for 40 years. It resonates today because we view earnings of skill and toil as God sent. Each penny arrives through divine orchestration. For each slice of bread, we praise His mercy. HARACHAMAN, the Holy Land. We thank you for bequeathing our ancestors a precious, good, spacious land, for your covenant and for your Torah that you have taught us. This blessing was authored by Joshua, who led the Jewish conquest of the Holy Land in 1272 BCE. Rather than manna from heaven, we had to lure wheat from soil with time and toil. But working the earth reflected our national mission of coaxing heaven down to earth. So we salute God, not only for our homeland's bounty, but for the higher mission that lingers behind each loaf. BONEH YERUSHALAYIM Jerusalem. Have mercy on your people, Israel, on your city, Jerusalem, on Zion, the abode of your glory, and the royal dynasty of your anointed David, and on the great and holy house associated with your name. Rebuild Jerusalem, the holy city, speedily in our days. This was a blessing for Jerusalem, composed after King David established the city as ancient Israel's capital in 870 BCE. Reference to God's temple was added after its erection by King Solomon in 826 BCE. But after Jerusalem's first destruction in 423 BCE, the blessing became a plea for restoration. The temple is essential to our national mission. Through it, divinity poured for all to savor. God promised to restore His overt presence in an everlasting edifice through a chosen descendant of King David. Until then, our home is a temple, our table, its altar, our bread, its offerings, our blessings, its fire, and divinity pours into the world through our good and sacred deeds, empowered by food grain fuel. HATOV Goodness, benevolent God, our Father, King, strength, Creator, Redeemer, Maker, Holy One, who is good and does good to all each day. He has been, is, and will be good to us, providing grace, kindness, mercy, relief, salvation, success, blessing, deliverance, consolation, livelihood, sustenance, compassion, life, peace, and all goodness. This marvelous loving prayer embraces God as the ultimate good. However, it was authored in the pits of torment. Rome destroyed the Second Temple in 70 CE, massacred and exiled, suppressed religion, and responded to successive revolts with genocide. A fraction survived. The final fort, Beitar, fell in 133 CE, but the Romans denied burial to its thousands of corpses. Despite God's promises to Abraham, the Jewish story seemed to have reached a dead end. 15 years later, Rome granted access to Beitar. The corpses had not decomposed. This impossible miracle shook our hope awake. God had not abandoned us and never will. The sages of Yavna then composed this blessing. Like honey spread on bitter bread, the intensity of its appreciation outshines the blessings of better eras. It was a contemporary message. Focus on your blessings, more will flow. Thank God for today's bread. He'll send more tomorrow. HARACHAMAN Appended Prayers. The previous 4 sections were primarily blessings and included the formal blessing formula, Baruch Atah, blessed are you, God. By contrast, the 5th and final section is not a blessing, but a series of pure prayers, including personal ones. It is not known who crafted them, but they are both ancient and timelessly relevant. Each one begins with HARACHAMAN, may the merciful one. May the merciful one lead us upright to our land. Send abundant blessings into this house and upon this table at which we have eaten. Send us Elijah the prophet, and let him bring us good tidings, deliverance and consolation. Usher in the Messianic era and the life of the future era. If history is a loaf, its final slice is an era in which humanity will hunger and thirst, not for bread or beverage, but to unlock the profoundest divine mysteries. One meal, all of Jewish history and destiny, all of creation. What could be more satisfying